What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 80 of my Total Warhammer 3 Ikit Claw Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, Chargelog finally retook the frozen landing which the Krakadrak dwarfs, when appearing upon the endgame scenario, took away from us. He has also destroyed the armies there and thereby severely weakened this faction. They're probably on the back foot now, and if we don't take them out, maybe our allies would. Though of course the basic armies are very weak belonging to them, as in the non-endgame scenario armies. They still have at least one left that could potentially do a lot of damage to our Wintertooth friends. But we can always give them these territories, especially since they want the they want to have the lair of the Troll King. Granted, we could make use of Krakadrak ourselves, and it does have a gem mine as well, but I'll think about it. Considering they have the lair of the Troll King here, maybe we could just leave them to it. Either way, in addition to that, we also had Scheif finally siege and sack at Zlatlan, though unfortunately we couldn't capture it in the same turn. We'll do so next turn, and hopefully without too much damage to ourselves as the garrison recovers. It also, I suppose, depends on if there is a stack that comes in to defend, but we shall see shortly. We did get a little bit of money for those battles, so we're going to spend it, and then we're basically immediately going to end the turn, because we've done pretty much everything we need to. So, let's start at this end this time. Ekrund. You know what, let's get the Plague Abbey. I know that I wasn't going to spend the money on it right now, but we have the money A and B. As soon as we have the Plague Abbey, we can switch expansionist planning off and turn exploitative planning back on. Get a little bit of extra food. Then, what do we have here? Northern Grey Mountains. We can upgrade the Blackstone Post. River Linsk, we are not going to do that. Baston, we can upgrade you as well. Out of these two, probably going to have to go with the Blackstone Post and the Northern Grey Mountains. It's both safer and does generate a decent amount of cash for us already, and will generate even more. So, Blackstone Post, there we are, and that should be all the money that we have. Alrighty, easy as that. We're going to end the turn, and where could we possibly get attacked here? Throt might get attacked by Vlad, but no, he can't reach this. I was gonna say, I doubt that he'd be super effective at doing so. Anyway, also you get a name. I wasn't sure whether I was going to keep the mutant rat ogres, and I generally don't like naming things that I may not keep, but I feel like we'll just keep them in Throt's army. They can be replaced by chieftains, but we have so many heroes in this frickin' army already, and we're about to get two more that is probably not necessary. Alright, rest of that looks good to me. Let us end the turn and see if we get attacked somewhere. Though I'm not entirely sure where it could even happen. Maybe Corpable? No. These guys don't have a stack left. They might recover one in Karago Rid by the time we get there. Well, let's find out. Outposts available with who? The Ecstatic Legions. I honestly forgot that we could build an outpost with you. We could build one at Fort Stragov. Do we need one? Probably not. Honestly, these guys don't really provide a lot of value. I'll just skip that. End the turn. And I looked away from the south, but that's okay. I'm almost curious to see how the war between Khemri and Skarbrand will go, mostly because we're not really helping out either one, and we're somewhat friendly with Khemri. Yeah, 77, they're actually quite nice to us. I find this very funny, and we could get a bunch of agreements with them, but who knows, maybe Skarbrand will destroy them. And oh, whoa, what? Huh. Well, that's interesting. I just saw... Huh. What is this and where is this? This is... Oh, Bok Lethal's getting attacked again by a fairly decent number of armies. I guess his ambush did fail. Now, we may want to move away so we don't get attacked by all of these. That's a little bit much for this army. Though if we retreat, we can't do a fighting retreat. But I'm willing to bet that not all of these armies could reach us, although if all of them were at Uskalak, it's still possible that they could. Alright, let's try retreating, we'll see what happens. Retreat now. We'll get attacked again, most likely. No! Oh! Well, they just made a mistake, because most likely they're still in range of Bok's reprisal. And that ain't gonna go so well for him. Alrighty, looks like we're down to 80 factions, and hello, Clan Eshin. Snitch has arrived. Well, not quite arrived, but he'll be here soon. Obviously, accept those refugees. What do we have here? Corpable. Corpable. You get a Mechanical Claw, which is a plus 40 armor-piercing weapon damage. It's okay, but honestly, it's probably not worth it. 6 loyalty is great, but for 40 armor-piercing damage, I honestly would rather have things that give us attack directly. Like, not damage, not weapon strength, but actually attack. Or better yet, attack and defense on most of these units. Especially the ones that are on brood cores that are a little bit light on defense. And yeah, I suppose we could give this to somebody like a chieftain, but honestly, they need defense more as well. 6 loyalty. I mean, we could take it just because we can. He's going to get the loyalty back up to full because he's winning pretty much every battle that he gets into. No, just seeks the claw, just for fun. Who cares? Alright, now what do we have here? Eshin Stalker, Heroic Success Chance, and Tail Stretcher Ambush Success Chance plus 50% for all armies. Oh, wow. And you lose a little bit of loyalty as well, Charge Lock. But frankly, even if that puts you to 6, you'll probably win your future couple of battles and it will make no difference. Nah, let's go Tail Stretcher as well. Alright, lost a little bit of loyalty, but that's fine. Wow, Metable's Ambush was foiled. That, I will say, I was not expecting at all. And look, Greasus is now part of the Disciples of the Maw here, which is, well, which is fine. The thing that I was interested in, K-Ambusher discovered Malagor, Crag destroyed, yada yada yada, Buck, Queek, you guys have some traits, Skryre is ready for duty, we got a tech that has been completed, and Vlad failed to ambush us. Alright, expires the Scheme of Doom, but we don't, wait. Undercity established Averheim. Well, yay, I guess. I guess we could blow it up and take it from What's the cost again on the Doomsday device? The Doomsphere, rather? We'd pay 7,000 gold and get to this territory. And we could do the same thing at Grenstadt and take them both. You know, it's certainly something to consider. I was really hoping that it would spread here to Akendorf, but it just hasn't been. It's the main reason why we haven't taken Grenstadt yet. But yeah, Undercity established, that's fine. We got that free Mechanical Claw. A Brutal Business is back up and running, powering up all armies. Warhost of the Apocalypse. Okay, we got a bunch of Confeds, and that's fine. And I'm not sure what that is supposed to be. Deathmaster Snitch is available. Wounded, yes, we know. And Warlock Engineer, when booed, I don't know who you are. Wow, that was a high-level Warlock Engineer. This is a different Corpable. Yeah, these are just Lords from Snitch. Yeah, so what I was seeing was this. Arcan the Black has joined Khemri. I wasn't aware that this was a possibility, because Arcan the Black can't actually confederate other Tomb Kings. But Cetra has him on his side, and the reason that I'm wondering about this is because now in my own Arcan campaign, I'm wondering if by getting this mod, we will have access to Cetra. Of course, it'll revive a bunch of other legendary lords, so I'm not entirely sure whether it is quite worth it, especially since Cetra there wouldn't have access to chariots. And oh, well. And we are finally going to get attacked by Misty Mountain. Garrison here is pretty okay, but we probably want a temporary lord in there. Alright, fine. Temporary lord. We got 2 turns until Lord Skrulk. We want... you have not been summoned before, but we're not going to summon you here. But we will summon you in a second, buddy. Don't you worry. Wait. Rank 19, skills not used. Yeah, alright. We want a Warlock Master here. We could summon one. Wow, rank 19. And you're disciplined as well. It's not too bad. I think Bilefitch it is. You're not going to be ambushing anybody. Let's get you, and let's put you in here. You're on your little Doom Flayer there, but 1 level short of... Actually, no, you can be on your Doom Wheel. Let's go with Doom Wheel, I think, for this. Alright. And then let's go. Root Launcher, Inspiring Presence, double up on Warp Lightning. We'll get Power Overload and Specimen Collector. I don't particularly care which of these we take, but let's just go for Weapons Engineer because it's a safe call. We'll get Musk of Fear, doubling up on Scorch. 1 point in Death Frenzy, I think. I mean, we could run into Carrion, so we might get use out of the Howling Warp Gale, but who knows. We could just not double up on Scorch, but the thing is, with the reductions we currently have for it, it's actually somewhat worth casting. You know what, I always like to get 1 point in Howling Warp Gale. Evasion, and then we'll go Magical Reserves, Earthing. I just don't like Crack's Call, and we probably wouldn't use it over Warp Lightning spam anyway. Well, let's get Flensing Ruin instead. 2 points in Flensing Ruin and then 1 point in Arcane Conduit. It will be 1 point short, therefore, for the Death Frenzy, but it's okay. I think we'll be fine. Scorch will be effective against most of these units, and frankly, I doubt that they'll Siege. This is not a strong enough army. They'll probably wait for a second one. Maybe with a second one they will Siege, and actually, if they do Siege, they will get wrecked. If they don't Siege, we will have defenses. Like so. Lovely. I mean, we could not get Plague Monks, but I feel like Plague Monks are the way to go here. And they're cheap. They're actually not that cheap, but they're more effective than regular clan rats, that's for sure. And, well, I wouldn't underestimate them nearly as much anymore after Garth has showed off their capabilities. Anyway, Corpable, you've lost some loyalty down to 4 now. Let's get that back up and running. Take Mount Arachnos, would you? Oh, there's the Malagor. He's doing Malagor things, as he likes to do. Let us auto-resolve this. Our giants are gonna get hurt, aren't they? Well, actually, our giants didn't get that hurt that badly. I mean, this garrison was pretty mess, so not really all that surprising. We are going to sack it, and we're gonna hope that we can still take it afterwards. Yes. Got a Blade of Nurglich, an Artifact Hunter. Could be useful on any new lords, should we need to get one. And a Luton Occupied, I think, at tier 1. And just to save on the money. And it's not like we particularly care about Mount Arachnos right now. There you go. And this is a special location for orcs, right? It's not for us. Yeah, no, it's fine. Alrighty, let's upgrade you immediately as well. Karakazor and get that gold mine up and running. Might as well build stuff here while we're here. And there we go. The public order here is going to be problematic, but that's probably going to be the case for a while. Let's get that expansionist planning. And actually, minus 30 will be even. Military presence is at 6, so once the instability goes down, the public order will be fine. We'll just need to build a Taskmaster's platform. In fact, maybe we build one at Karakazorn rather than the growth building here. I think that'll be the better way to do it. Especially because the Skaven corruption is going to cause us problems. Now, Corpable, how far are you? Oh, wow, you're actually quite far. These guys will definitely have time to build up a new army. And there is a very likely possibility of there being enemies here and here. And, oh, Kemery, you have Resetra for some reason. Huh, that's weird. How the heck did you... How do you have this? You're at war with the Ironbrow's expedition, so you went past them? No, wait. Karagorud commands this place. You can't go past them. You can't have gone around like this. Well, I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but something clearly did. Also, Malgor, I forget, are we friends with you or not? We have no non-aggression pact. Oh, right, we can't make an alliance with you because you have no territory. Isn't the Sunken Kernarch open? Why don't you go and take the Sunken Kernarch and make your territory there, buddy? I don't know. AI doesn't wanna, I guess. Alrighty, well, Scalpite, you are not going to move in March stance because I don't trust not running into some lizards. But let's move you out to Suntree Glades. Oh. Well, if it isn't Teclis with a pathetic army for turn 84, what is this Teclis? And here he's only level 12. It's a little bit light. You are going to take Zlatland now. We'll take it at tier 3 though, mostly because we'll need to be able to defend it. Auto-resolve. That was way too much damage considering, and we'll take it at tier 3. There we go. Prefer not to have used the food here, but this place does need it. We'll go for walls immediately, and I guess we'll get that gem mine shaft rather than the growth, but we do need to take Uatek, and oh, hello. Altherlos has another pathetic army, but 2 pathetic armies. Maybe just enough. How are you healing? Well, if they can't attack you in 1 turn, then you'll heal up. Hopefully you can actually destroy these, and then head out to Skull Reef. An unfortunate... Uh-oh. It's tic-tac-toe. Statues of the Gods have what? Well, they do have a decent amount of clan rats. We're gonna have to be careful here. I wonder if tic-tac-toe... Well, it looks like he just can't reach us. He's probably going to retake Nahuantl. I'm not sure that we can hold Zlatland. We may need another proper army down here. There's too many armies happening at the same time, and well, if it isn't Alberic de Bordelot. You were originally created, Scalpites, to defeat the Bretonnians running around here. Now this guy's sailing out as well, eh? He's just bypassing the Awakened constantly and going after us. Not surprising, well, once again, something that needs to be dealt with. I wonder where the nearest territory that can construct units is. Probably quite far, and also we don't know where exactly he's going. Could be going for the Deadhead monoliths. We shall see. But yeah, Corporal, if you're dealing with this, we'll need another army down there. But we will deal with that as we go. Oh, hello. Wurrzag is here. But he is rather close to Queek, and in fact, Queek can reach him from where he is, which means we've got ourselves a fight. Oh, lovely. I do wonder what this guy has, because we don't have easy ways to bring down certain kinds of units, but we do have a very decent balance. And Wurrzag is part of the Crooked Moon now. We gotta get rid of the Crooked Moon. And, ooh, hello.
Bring me flesh to
Oh, the Caravan of Blue Roses is doing quite well. If they continue surviving, we may actually have to get a proper alliance with them. And let's see what's going on out here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 stacks, then 2 new growing stacks. The problem with these stacks, or at least one of them, is the self-sufficient trait. So this guy can recruit another free army. We'll need to fully destroy these. Ickstone, you are here to block armies. Neither one is particularly successful. Ooh, these guys are in march stance and can easily be destroyed by Bok Bok if he bypasses this. But he's probably better off destroying these guys individually, or possibly even together, though it'll be tough to destroy them together. And then moving around, taking these guys out, getting Skryre to move in as well. Skryre, go out here. You're here to transfer those units, but let's... Ooh, I do not like your loyalty. If we transfer all his units, he'll instantly rebel. We could give him some gray items and just take them away later, I guess. We'll do it later. Maybe I'll do it off screen, just so as we don't have to deal with it right now. And we might actually get some help from the Warhost of the Apocalypse. Looks like these guys have failed to take Siok-Traken, but Chargelock should be able to do this no problem. I don't think you can reach this. No, you can't. You're staying here. Alright, Chargelock. Go to Siok-Traken, though I do wonder whether we want to actually auto-resolve it or not. We've already had problems with that. Wait, no, I was building that there for a reason. I wonder how much our Doom Wheels are going to get hurt for this. And we have a reinforcing army, but let's see. Doom Wheels? Badly damaged, somewhat damaged, not damaged at all. Okay. I really dislike what the auto-resolve does to Doom Wheels. Loot and occupy this at tier 1 for now, I think. I don't know whether we'll be keeping it. I feel like we'll most likely just gift it to our Wintertooth friends. You can keep building this up, actually, because we want access to it here, and let's build you as well. We need an arsenal and the ability to build more troops here. Carrick Doom, you can also get an upgrade. Though we do have to be careful with our cash. Alrighty, well with that, I believe now it's time for Queek to fight. Queek? Should have you a nice battle.
Yes, no, yes.
Let's level up you guys though, because you're going to be needed here, and you should be able to access Deadly Onslaught. Let's get just Scarred Veteran as well, because these guys are rather susceptible to a lot of damage. You have Immortality, and well, you have Mentor. We don't care about Indomitable all that much. I guess we'll get you Fleet-Footed. You... Fervor. Definitely going for the defensive stuff first. Warlock Engineer that I'm still not sure whether we'll be keeping in this army. You can have... you have Death Frenzy maxed out, which is one of the main reasons we have you in here, because I really feel like Queek's army should have this, but also I guess in some situations Howling Warp Gale. For now, let's get Arms Dealer and Triangulation both, and we'll move towards Ballistics Calibration next. Plague Priests, you have access to Vermintide now, which means you're doubling up on that, and going into Plague Rash, and you're doing the same. Plague Rash, Vermintide. Beautiful. Now this will significantly power up the army, we just need to make sure that Queek channels. In the meantime, let's hit Wurrzag. Oh, we're gonna drop the garrison, which might mean that Wurrzag won't want to fight. Wait, it does have a lot of trolls, though. Will you fight, buddy? You will fight. Well, isn't that just lovely? We didn't get an ambush going, but I doubt that we'll need it. I'm happy and impressed that Wurrzag didn't run. Here we go. Alrighty, here we go. Another battle for Queek, who's just been waiting to have some more fun. His army's still not retrofitted completely into the form that we will eventually like, but it's certainly starting to get there with more storm vermin, and soon some of these plague claws will be replaced as well. But it won't be complete until we get the Chaos Knights of Khorne in here. I think that'll really make the army complete, and I still think that they belong in Queek's army as well, plus they'll match his personal color scheme as his guard. Actually, I'd be curious to see how the Knights of Khorne's color scheme changes at all, if it does change at all, and when it belongs to our faction. Anyway, here come the enemy. Looks like they actually do want to start moving towards us. I had actually turned off all of our artillery and the Jezzails right at the start, thinking that perhaps the enemy wouldn't go towards us and would wait until our reinforcements arrive, but it looks like that's not going to happen this time. Wurrzag's gonna pop some Gaze of Mork at us, and our Vindictive Glare rather, and he is probably not going to do too much damage. Conversely, though, the Jezzails are going to target him if he's going to sit back and cast and not get into a fight with Queek. Then we'll just knock him down this way. The snipers have done it before, and I'm sure they have no problems doing it again. He's already close to half HP. Obviously, the main problem in this particular battle is not going to be the pile of Night Goblins, although with their buffs, 59 melee attack with poison is pretty darn decent on a tier 1 Vanguard deployable stalking unit. Not too bad. But at the end of the day, it's the trolls, specifically the piles of stone trolls in here, that are going to be a problem. And we did have to also make a choice whether targeting them with the Jezzails or targeting Wurrzag, and I do think that Wurrzag should die first, and then we'll switch to the trolls and possibly the giant. Surprisingly, the trolls are taking a little bit of damage from our plague claws, though they're not going to do anything crazy to them. I was actually hoping that the Plague Claws might force the AI to keep the trolls back, as in not move them in, but rather do the dance like this unit is doing to try to avoid moving in. But it looks like only some of them will do the dance and avoid it, so we will be switching our artillery to fire on the Night Goblins instead, especially as soon as they are visible. And in the meantime, the Jezzails are going to back off. Wurrzag has routed, but will be back shortly. He does still have about 15 to 20% HP remaining, and we're going to finally start making use of that Vermintide. Been waiting to get the spell available in Queek's army, and now that we have it, he has those extra clan rats. Not a lot of them though, as they're getting absolutely ripped apart by those abilities from the Night Goblins, the Twirling Lunatics, the Spinning Loons, there we go. Close enough. Twirling Lunatics, Spinning Loons, is it really that different? Alrighty, well, they're clearly dishing out a lot of damage to our Vermintide units, but we don't particularly care, and as we can clearly see, not only do they do damage to themselves, but also they were taking damage from our Plague Claws that entire time. Fortunately for us, our reinforcements are also moving onto the field, and that's just giant piles of additional clan rats to serve Queek. We will continue pumping out more units of Vermintide and Menace below just to shove into the faces of the enemy while we continue our bombardment. Once they're down on those units of Night Goblins, we'll simply move in with the rest of our units, as in the non-summoned ones. And here comes some more summons. We're also sending in both Queek and all three chieftains, though they are working in different locations at the same time, and damn, this one got completely surrounded. I definitely got to be careful with that, as these guys are quite fragile, and though it looks like he did manage to drop a decent amount of ogres. I love watching these monstrous units just collapse under a tide of smaller units, especially the Skaven. It just looks so right. I think Queek is also around here or in there somewhere. There we go. A little bit difficult to spot, as he's not much bigger than a regular storm vermin. But at least he has his own color scheme with his own lovely blood red armor. Almost cornate in its color scheme. Anyway, over on this side, it looks like Wurrzag has been seen off once again, still unable to approach, and another volley from our Jezzails should take him out. Also got Plague Claw shots exploding around him, just gotta try to get rid of this unit so that they can't protect him by shielding him from the Jezzails. I would have obviously preferred to have him dual Queek, but it didn't look like it was going to happen. The AI does have a tendency to hold units back. Otherwise, the Giant is getting mobbed by units of clan rats from our garrison, which is as it should be, and because we don't want to send our storm vermin in just to get damaged here. The ranged units that have come from the reinforcements are also going to start focusing the Giant, and we're going to help them out with the Jezzail fire as well. Together, they should be able to bring him down reasonably quickly, and he's down to about 30% HP, and will be dropping in seconds. Damn, he's getting rid of a lot of Skaven slaves and clan rats. But why would we care when it's a garrison? And honestly, it's Skaven. They probably wouldn't care even if it wasn't the garrison. They'd probably be amused to see the Giant topple and crush a bunch of clan rats or Skaven slaves beneath it. Anyway, with the death of the Giant, the death of Wurrzag, it looks like the battle suddenly turns in our favor. Obviously, trolls have reasonably low leadership, such as, well, 7 is actually fairly okay and matches the Night Goblins, but when your monstrous infantry at tier 3 have equivalent leadership to your goblins at tier 1, then that still seems like fairly low leadership. Conversely, our storm vermin have 129 leadership when not debuffed and badly damaged, which is pretty darn decent. And considerably more than the enemy. Anyway, we're obviously going to give chase to as many of the enemy as possible. We're not going to be able to catch too many of them because this army isn't particularly good at chasing. It'll be the job primarily of the Jezzails to gun them down, and the 3 chieftains to make use of the speed that they have. Gabos, unfortunately, do move too fast. At the very least, the Plague Claws did manage to kill a lot of the enemy runners here. And it looks like we're going to get at least a few more kills out of our chieftains, though our chieftains are hurt, this one especially, and did get quite badly beat up. I imagine that this one was the one that got surrounded by trolls, but frankly several of them got surrounded by trolls, so yeah. And they did counteract them a little bit, but a little bit too much damage. Granted, we don't have a bunch of defensive items on them, so if we get a bunch more, we could probably make them tankier. The question is it worth it? I mean, giving them gray items would probably not be enough. They definitely need both armor and melee defense as well. Though when buffed up with stand or die, they're pretty good, but they still lack armor. But yeah, it's stand or die that's making them, yeah, there we go, 64 melee defense. Anyway, we can speed up the rest of this, so the battle is done. Wurrzag defeated and his army very badly damaged. I think we were at the range of our movement, though, so we will not be able to go after him, but Queek will go towards the Crooked Moon right now anyway, and continue fighting them. Maybe on the way to Crookback Mountain we'll meet another set of, another army. Alright, not too bad, and we actually finally got a warp fuel out of that, unless it was a different battle, but, well, at least we got a warp fuel this episode. It feels like it's been so long. Man, is it difficult to get warp fuel. I never knew it was so difficult, man. I have to wonder whether we'll actually be able to fully upgrade the workshop before the campaign is complete. I mean, soon there will be no worlds left to conquer. But anyway, eat captives is unnecessary because we're in our own territory. And what's our food at, 92%? A tiny bit of money or a tiny bit of food? I mean, we're both kind of in the same situation. We have high levels of food and high levels of money, but I think we'll take the money for now. Even if it ain't that much. Alrighty. Now, that was another one of those battles which makes me consider as to whether we actually need... Yeah, there we go. We got that physical resistance for defeating Wurrzag. Whether we actually need to keep our chieftains. or at least we need to keep them in their current state. I'm still unsure whether we should bother keeping them on the bone breakers or just leaving them on foot, because they're so fragile on the bone breakers that they're always getting hurt. And granted, our storm vermin are getting hurt as well, but chieftains on the ground may be just the thing to lead Queek's storm vermin. Granted, we would then lose the capability of using these guys to chase, and they're the only things in this army that can chase right now, which is basically the only thing that's making me unsure about it. I don't remember what their stats were like when they were off of these. Just out of curiosity, wait, you were level 32, right? So if we do none, we lose some melee attack, we gain some melee defense, and we gain some armor. Obviously, we lose HP, and a massive amount of speed. And the weapon strength doesn't actually drop all that much, though. And I'm looking at the yellow portions of these bars. You know what, I'll think about it, but there's a good chance that I may take maybe 2 of them off of their bone breakers and leave them to lead the storm vermin, and leave 1 on the bone breaker just to chase things and kill targets that need to be attacked far away, like say there's a bunch of catapults together or something like that. Even though we can use the Menace Below for that purpose, the Menace Below is rather slow at doing so pretty much all the time, so yeah, there's still a good reason to consider doing it this way. Anyway, Fort Oberstyre has been taken by the damn ogres, which is a little bit unfortunate. And oh, look, Castle Templehof is actually held by the dwarves. An actual fight in a settlement with this army. Curious. I mean, we do still have Cyprus to move in and help out as well if we wanted to do this. And then maybe something that we'll look into. Well, let's see who else needs to move, though. Let's see. Ooh, Garth, are you able to reach Lyonesse? Not this turn. Okay, fine. You're going to go into encamp stance. Oh, damn. Grom is back, and he's going to be tough to take out with this army. I wonder where he's going to go from here. He can't take Bordelot. He might be able to take Aquitaine, though. Get that growth up and running while we're here, actually. And let's get Aquitaine. I guess just more money. More money everywhere. And the place is still in exploitative planning, but whatever. Let us think about this. Lyonesse is decently defended, but we do have the catapults to bring down those walls. The only thing I'm concerned about is Grom with a full stack and what he currently has attacking us while we're in the field and damaged still. Longhi proved, I think, pretty definitively that we do have the capability of taking settlements with this army.
Let me think about it.
But assuming that this guy completes his recruitment and will get another, I don't know, 4 units in here or something like that, plus Grom, plus whatever's in his army, plus the Wa, which could have an Arachnarok again, or several Arachnaroks for all I know.
Nothing doing.
What can he recruit here? Oh wait, he march stanced. But where did he march stance from? Well, that means his army was probably recruited from another location, not necessarily this one. They can recruit pump wagons, they can recruit Night Gabos Biggins, and yeah, that's threat enough. And we could try putting ourselves into ambush stance and waiting outside Longhi in the hopes that they attack us. What's our ambush success chance? It is 100% if they come here. You know what? That'll allow us to heal a little bit. We'll see what Grom does. If he moves out to elsewhere, and then we can take Lyonesse and leave him to one settlement, and then at least he won't be supported by another army.
Waste of Grom's time.
Yeah, gotta be careful with Garth. We still haven't had time to retrofit his army after all. Alrighty, who else and what else? We don't have much time, unfortunately, so I think we'll have to save the big battles that we have upcoming for next episode. Krakadrin, you cannot defend yourself very well, but... well, this guy's probably not going to take it. Ooh, there they are. I've been wondering what exactly the Bone Rattlers have been doing. And it looks like all of their stacks are here. Some of them are quite badly damaged. I don't like how they're just like hanging out there, which means they could go in any direction from here, including Karak Kadrin. It is right beside Nashrak Slayer as well, and the AI does tend to focus these things. They're probably going to kill Ungrim. I actually wanted to get more of Ungrim's defeat trait on everybody. Throt can reach Waldenhof. Ooh, and get a fight with Vlad with monster on monster action. Yeah, okay, well that's what we're going to do next episode. Definitely. Throt should have some fun with this. We may have to return immediately to Krakadrin, or may have to take an immediate attack from the dwarfs, though, if we do this. 2 of their armies are in range, but if we take Castle Tempelhofen, without ambushing, eh? They might be able to reach both places. You know what? I think we'll figure that out next time. This is quite... we've got quite a few choices in terms of what we do here, and I would like to make the right one. I was hoping that Mutant could move into Karak Dromar, but oh well. The Mutant, I mean. We'll just go... And we could go into March stance, but we could just jump up here next turn. So just go into Encamp stance. We'll hit Karak Dromar next episode. I think I'm going to call the episode here, as there are a bunch of battles to choose from, and we'll start the next episode with one of them, and then proceed to the next one afterwards. Shife might also get attacked by Teclis and all this, which might make for a pretty decent battle as well. So stay tuned for all that. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.